All right, today we're going to talk a little bit about the drug and alcohol policy and some rules and regulations. And this is a very important subject, and you need to adhere to all of the Department of Transportation's rules and regulations. All right, so first is we're going to talk about the possession of paraphernalia. So you can't possess any drug or alcohol paraphernalia, as well as you can't possess, use, transfer, offer, sell, or be under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or adulterants. And adulterants are just substances that will alter the results of drug tests. And so this includes pretty much anything, beer cans, alcohol bottles, anything like that is considered this paraphernalia that is not allowed to be in the truck. So driving under the influence. Drinking will not be tolerated. So when you're driving a truck, there's very strict rules. If the breath test is over 0.04, it's a DOT violation, a Department of Transportation violation, if you're ever in the truck. Also, if the breath test is between 0.02 and 0.04, you cannot participate in safety-sensitive activities. So this includes driving, inspections, and things like that require your full attention and safety. You need to notify us of possible effects of your prescription drugs that you're taking before you drive. Sometimes the prescription drugs that you may be on won't permit you to drive a truck safely, and so you need to let us know in the event that you need to take that. So drug tests. You'll have a pre-employment drug test and random drug tests. And so I'm sure if you're a driver for us and you've been hired, then you'll have already taken the drug test for pre-employment. And then there are random drug tests that you'll be required to take, and you need to consent to those. You need to pass all of these tests. You also need to comply with all of our testing, because if you refuse to cooperate, you'll be fired immediately, and because you'll be in violation of the FMCSA rules that require you to comply to these tests. We're very strict on these policies because we put a lot of emphasis on safety. So you need to disclose any issues you may have before you get in trouble. If you disclose issues with drugs or alcohol before you have an accident or problem that affects your work, you can keep employment dependent upon three things. First, enrollment in a rehab program when necessary. Signing a last chance agreement, meaning that you'll never do it again. And undergoing follow-up testing to prove to us that you are sober when driving and that you're not doing that again. And so as you follow all of these rules and regulations, you know that you'll be able to stay employed and be a safe driver according to the Department of Transportation.